funny, eh? It's like when you meet your missus, the devil does everything it can to bring you together. And then when you're married, it does everything it can to tear you apart. What's up, guys? I'm back again with another video. And the topic for today is hookup culture. Lust, sex, hooking up, whatever you want to call it. And my battles with living in that culture for a while and where I am now with it. So let's break it down. Okay, so once upon a time, I've said before in a previous video, I was married. I was married for about 4 or 5 years. And following the destruction of my marriage, when I moved back home, my depression really heightened to levels I've never experienced before. And during that time, all I did was try to hook up with as much girls as possible in order for me to feel happy, I guess. Even though I knew that it would never bring me happiness. I've spoken before in some of my earliest videos. I think it's one of the videos about my dad's cancer battle, where I spoke about how sexual activity started for me at a very young age, and that kind of became the drug of choice, if you will, whenever I dealt with tough times. It became such a destructive drug for me that it terrorized a lot of my life, like growing up, even into my 20s. Just hooking up with chicks, and this constant cycle of, like, it's like a roller coaster, right? Of just happy, sad, happy, sad, happy, sad. To the point where I never really felt, like, it kind of just felt like if you're a drug addict, you know, like you just start doing it and it doesn't give you happiness, but for some reason you're just tied to it. So back again to the years following the ending of my marriage, when I moved back home, I just tried to do, I guess, what I always felt was what made me feel happy, right? So meet up with chicks, just this constant cycle of doing that. And I just felt terrible. And I felt terrible I never felt this terrible as I have before. Maybe because, one, I felt I was still extremely sad about the ending of my marriage. And I loved my wife like so much, even though it was a very tough marriage. Like, my heart for her was still there, you know. Probably always will be, because I learned a lot from her. But I noticed when I would hook up with chicks, right? I would go meet up with a chick. We do our thing, and then when I would get in the car, right? I get in the car and I drive home. That long silent drive home. And I just felt terrible, man. I felt extremely sad. I think one of those drives I had like a tear coming down my eye. You know, like, why am I doing this? I don't feel happy. I just feel numb. There's this constant cycle of just repeating the same activities to supposedly make me feel happy. And then through that, you know, like now, like, I plan to make a video about this, but I did get baptized in 2017. I became born again. I do come from a Christian family, so they say they're Christian, but I didn't really know anything about God or, you know, or Christ or anything about that. Like, really, just the surface level stuff, right? But in 2017, right around after I met my first wife, that was when, you know, the Lord kind of came to me, right? And I became born again. I was baptized. And even through my marriage, I turned away from God. Like, probably after the wedding day, I just felt a lot more distant from my faith, and extremely destructive. You know, like, it's funny, it's like when you meet your missus, the devil does everything it can to bring you together. And then when you're married, it does everything it can to tear you apart. So, like, even though I was far from my faith, my understanding of the faith, I could always see signs of what's right and what's wrong more clearer after I got baptized than before. You know, like, and I plan to make a video about, you know, when I got baptized and where my faith is right now. I don't consider myself to be, you know, I'm still, I guess, lukewarm, if that's what the word is. But anyway, getting back to hookup culture and just the struggles with lust and all that. Yeah, man, it's been one of the toughest. It was the number one addiction for me. Never had any interest in drugs, alcohol, but because um, it became a drug for me at a young age, it got to the point where it was like it started to affect my body. You know, like I would, when I would hook up with girls and do our business and all that, I would get like headaches. I would get like sore hips. I would get like, yeah, it was just strange, eh? But now, where I am now, I'm nearing 34, right? With kind of exploring the faith and you know, trying, just seeing day by day that it's working within me, you know, like you know, Christ is really working within me and just helping me. You know, I feel like I'm at that point where it's like, it's not easy, but it's day by day, it's getting better, you know, getting away from that stuff. And I know where I'm at right now and what I want in my life, you know, like I just want a family and I want a wife and kids, you know. That's what my heart desires. Whether or not that will happen again, I don't know, but God willing, you know. So if you're going through this, if you struggle with, you know, sex addiction or whatever, porn addiction, it's been a crutch in your life, talk about it with people, especially people that have gone through it. There's a lot of forums online. There's a lot of people you can reach out to on social media that will help you with like sex addiction and discovering the root cause of it. And it is a symptom of something. There's a deeper root cause of what you're going through. Reach out to me if you want to talk about it as well. But you're not alone, man. No matter if you're a male or female, you know, you can heal from this. So God bless, and I'll talk to you soon.